Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jim Saab, and I am your host for today. On behalf of Mercedes-Benz India, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. Today, we are here for Mercedes-Benz India's biggest launch of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to see here today brings together futuristic tech and flawless design. The car is an engineering marvel and undoubtedly a game changer. This is the grand premiere. To start the proceedings, I invite Mr. Martin Schwenk, Managing Director and CEO, Mercedes-Benz India, to tell us more about the product.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Good afternoon, friends. Great standing here in front of you on this very special day for us. A very warm welcome from myself, from Mercedes-Benz India. You all had an opportunity to see the Magical Garage today when coming in. With the Magical Garage, we want to showcase our competence in technology and innovation. It drives the story of Mercedes-Benz electrification with a creative twist. And it sets the perfect tone for the most important launch of the year, the Eqs Amg 53. Like many of our accomplishments, the EQS reflects Mercedes-Benz's journey of transformation and reinvention. Invention and reinvention is a part of our foundation. It is part of our DNA. Mercedes-Benz is the original and most valuable luxury car brand in the world. From inventing automobiles to bringing luxury and desire to electric cars, we have come a long way. Our legacy has been that of invention, value, and desire. Since the very beginning, Mercedes-Benz has been more than just a car manufacturer. We have stood out as a luxury brand, creating desire and aspiration. Owning and driving a Mercedes was, is, and will be always an extraordinary experience. Mercedes-Benz has set the foundation of the automobile industry. This industry has transformed significantly through the decades. For every era, we have evolved to stay ahead of the curve, be it through our products, custom experiences, or through cutting-edge innovations. The question now is, how do we bring the same desire to the current era? We already make the best car of the world. What can we do to make it better? This is what we hope to answer today. We are convinced that Mercedes-Benz has the most desirable product portfolio in the entire automobile industry. Most luxury companies build their product portfolio based on one or two iconic products. Mercedes-Benz, however, has an entire portfolio of desirable cars, such as the S-Class, the Maybach, the G-Class, or many of our other vehicles. This brings us straight to our top-end vehicle strategy. We see great potential to expand our footprint in the top-end segment with fascinating products for our customers. This segment has always been the driver and the hallmark of the brand, and it is now the core of our product strategy. We are sharpening the focus of our business model and, at the same time, of our product portfolio to maximize the potential of Mercedes-Benz. We will foster our position as the most desirable luxury car brand. The super luxury segment in our portfolio in India has more than doubled over the last 4 years. And we expect our share of top-end vehicles to grow in strong double digits over this year. Our core luxury segment, comprising the C-Class and the E-Class, and their respective SUV brothers, together with the entry luxury vehicles like the A-Class and the GLA, will continue to remain our main volume drivers. With the EQS, we offer now the first all-electric luxury vehicle in the top-end vehicle segment. While we create desire through new products, we also drive desire through our franchise partners and our highly successful direct-to-customers sales model, which we call Retail of the Future. We launched Retail of the Future in October 2021, and till date we have sold more than 10,000 cars through this new retail model. The sales numbers, along with the high customer satisfaction ranking, are the best indicators of the success of the new business model. You all know that transparency is the foundation of Retail of the Future, and we are working to enhance this even further. In future, we will not only offer transparent price and current vehicle availability, but we will also increase the visibility into our vehicle stock. For the first time, our customers will be able to select the car in our showrooms, which will be produced within the next 8 to 10 or even 12 months. I would like to present another example of transparency today as well. With the upcoming festive season, our customers will want to celebrate by purchasing a new Mercedes-Benz vehicle. Hence, we have kickstarted our festive campaign this year much in advance. Through this campaign, we are encouraging customers to book their cars as early as possible. Complete transparency in our communication to customers is extremely important to us, be it around product features, price, or just to ensure that our customers can plan their upcoming festivities and special occasions with their brand new Mercedes-Benz. Retail of the Future is setting a new benchmark in luxury retail. With the MER 2020 concept, we are now also transforming the physical presence of our franchises into modern, contemporary, and luxurious spaces. In fact, we recently inaugurated the country's first integrated AMG performance center in Ahmedabad. This facility also features the new look and feel for display of electric cars, showcasing our future readiness for retailing today's and future EQ models. We will be transforming our entire network with the MER 2020 concept, making our showrooms as desirable as our products. At Mercedes-Benz, we believe that the desire for the brand is created by great products and a sustained money can't buy experience of our customers. Our AMG Emotion Tours play an important role in creating such personal experiences and memories through special driving events, exciting track days, and Formula One adventures. Here you see a sneak peek taken at a recent Formula One race. We offer the customers a unique opportunity to be part of the entire race and to interact with Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. A dream come true for any Formula One fan. And as we speak, we are gearing up to take customers to the Abu Dhabi Formula One race in November. Our customers keep inspiring us to push our boundaries, and we try to meet all their wishes and desires. An example of pushing the boundaries of luxury is through unique collaborations. Here you can see an exclusive edition of the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class, created by the famous designer late Virgil Abloh. A timeless icon that celebrates the extraordinary creativity and talent of its creator. A piece of art that was created in a collaborative design process, a visionary interpretation of sophisticated luxury, unseen, disruptive, and inspiring. Production is in very limited numbers and available exclusively to the most dedicated enthusiasts and collectors of Mercedes-Benz. This is one facet of luxury. But can there be luxury without sustainability? The answer for us is a clear no. As the desire for individual mobility keeps growing, our mission is to balance mobility requirements with sustainability. Mercedes-Benz has defined a roadmap for a carbon-neutral fleet by 2039. By 2022, we will already achieve carbon-neutral production across all our manufacturing plants. By 2025, up to 50% of our sales volumes will comprise of xEVs. And by 2030, Mercedes-Benz will be ready to go all electric everywhere where the market conditions allow. And by 2039, we aim to achieve complete carbon neutrality. At our first ESG conference for investors and analysts, we announced measures aimed at cutting CO2 emissions and creating lasting value for all stakeholders. Mercedes-Benz Cars aims to reduce CO2 emissions by 50% per passenger car over its life cycle by end of this decade. To achieve this goal, there are several key levers that include electrifying the vehicle fleet, charging with green energy, improving battery technology, and extensive use of recycled materials and renewable energy in production. Mercedes-Benz plans to cover more than 70% of its energy needs through renewable energy by 2030. In order to make faster progress in protecting the climate, we need maximum dedication and even more collaboration amongst governments, companies, and the society as a whole. As demand for all electric vehicles rises globally, Mercedes-Benz asserts its global leadership in electric mobility by driving electrification across all the sub-brands. The global portfolio currently includes 6 all-electric models: the EQA, the EQB, the EQC, the EQE, the EQS, and the EQV. The EQS SUV and the EQE SUV and the EQT will join the model lineup very soon. And many of these models will also make their way to India eventually. A brilliant example of tech-driven personalization is the Mbux Hyperscreen, which is debuting today with the Eqs 53 AMG. Mercedes-Benz I think when new cars excite customers, new technologies make them even more curious, our customers. And with the rapid progress in the application of technology in the car, like the Hyperscreen, we see ourselves even more as a software-driven tech company. As more customers adopt EVs, demand for tech-driven personalization and the sensory product experience will increase. Consequently, we are embedding latest technology in our EV architectures, vehicle software, and user interfaces. The EQS today is way ahead in terms of technology, be it in digital applications or range of the car. But for the future, we have already shown to the world with the EQXX how we intend to break through the existing technological barriers. The EQXX underlines where our entire company is headed, building the world's most desirable electric cars. Our focus on sustainability and technology is well appreciated by our customers and reflects strongly in our global sales numbers. Mercedes-Benz global sales for battery electric vehicles rose by 135% in this half year 122. We sold more than 45,000 units, full electric cars as such. Coming to India, we are firmly leading the luxury EV market in the country. Mercedes-Benz pioneered the luxury EV segment with the EQC in 2020. The EQC met with encouraging customer response, and we sold out our entire allocation. After a start first in 6 cities, we have subsequently expanded the EQC network to 50 cities and 94 outlets to cater for the increasing demand for the vehicle. With the EQC, we have now the largest car park for any luxury EVs in India. At Mercedes-Benz, we see electric as the future, and EVs will define the future of mobility. Foreseeing the strong demand for luxury EVs, we expect electric vehicles to account for around 25% of our sales volumes in 5 years. This number was unthinkable even 2 years ago when we launched the EQC in India. I can confirm that we are fully committed and very bullish to a full electric future and to an electric brand, Mercedes-Benz in India. We are very excited to announce that we have an aggressive launch plan for new electric and new luxury EVs in India. Starting today, Mercedes-Benz will launch 3 new electric vehicles here in the coming 4 months. These new electric vehicles will advance the EV adoption, and we will reach sooner or later, or rather sooner, the tipping point in the transition. The top-end Mercedes-AMG EQS 53 4MATIC Plus, which we launched today, will set a benchmark in luxury performance EVs in India. This will be followed by the EQS 580 4MATIC, which we will roll out of our assembly lines next month. The AMG EQS 53 and the EQS 580 are the first all-electric vehicles from our new dedicated electric vehicle architecture platform. The Made in India EQS launch will be followed by another new luxury EV, our EQB. We will launch the EQB by mid-Q4, and it will be Mercedes-Benz India's first 7-seater EV offering. With these 3 distinct electric vehicles, Mercedes-Benz is laying a strong foundation for the transition to an electric-only future. Now let me share some snippets of the EQS, which we will roll out at the assembly line in Pune very soon. The EQS is designed to exceed the customer's expectations, even of the most demanding. To earn the S in the name, a model has really to stand out. And the EQS does exactly that, very silently. The EQS is the first model in the Mercedes-EQ family to be based on the modular architecture for our luxury electric vehicles. It is also the first purpose-designed car from this dedicated electric architecture, which we call internally EVA2. EQS combines effortlessly technology, design, and functionality with connectivity that drivers and passengers will equally enjoy. With a CD value of 0.2, it sets a new aerodynamic benchmark for any production vehicle. Supported by artificial intelligence, the EQS makes customers' everyday life easier in many ways. It is truly a zero-compromise luxury EV for today's progressive customers. We have seen earlier how the Mbux has radically simplified the operations of a Mercedes-Benz. With the EQS, we now debut the Mbux Hyperscreen. That is the largest display ever in a series production car. Let us take a look.
Hi there, I'm the new Mbux Hyperscreen, and I'm here to assist you on many new levels. Now, you'll never have to worry about missing an exit. The navigation will always be on the screen, even if you make a call, turn on the massage, or change the music. My artificial intelligence will also know which of these options to suggest on your personal screen, because I'm continuously learning. I'll optimize my suggestions based on your previous feedback and patterns, combined with parameters like time, location, or temperature.
The Mbux Hyperscreen is the smartest screen ever to feature in a Mercedes. This 56-inch widescreen is both brain and nervous system of the EQS. The Mbux Hyperscreen is the natural progression of the Mbux, taking it to the next level of sophistication and ease of use. With the so-called zero-layer design, the user does not have to scroll through submenus or give complicated voice commands. The key applications are always on the top level on the screen, intelligently adapting to the driver. Santosh will take you through the details of that in his presentation. While technology plays a key role in creating desire, our customers are increasingly wishing for sustainability in the products they use. To cater to these wishes, Mercedes is already today thinking about tomorrow, and the new EQS is designed with this in mind. The components of the EQS that are made from resource-saving materials weigh in total 80 kilograms. The steel processed for the EQS at the stamping plants consists to 80% of secondary steel, most of which is obtained from recycled steel scrap. Also in other components of the EQS, precious natural resources are also being preserved. For example, the floor coverings of the EQS use a new yarn made of regenerated nylon. They are made of processed fishing nets and fabric scraps. Other examples are the cable ducts of the EQS, which are made of recycled household plastic. And the seat covers are manufactured by 100% of recycled PET bottles. With all these and other efforts, Mercedes-Benz is steadily reducing the amount of critical raw material used per vehicle. The aim is to design our vehicles in a resource-conserving and environmentally friendly manner over their entire life cycle. With the EQS range, anxiety will be the least of concerns for our customers. At its launch, the EQS will hold the distinction of being the longest range EV in India by a very far margin. Without any further ado, let me introduce you to the new EQS. This is for you, India.
Wow. Martin, it truly looks incredible. Like it's descending from the sky down onto Earth. I request all the photojournalists to come to the front for the photo opportunity. Martin, if you could look to your left first.
Huh? Other
And
side
then
as well.
right here in the center as well.
You know, I can go this side, and I have never tried it this way, but I'll do whether that also works, yeah?
Martin, if you could look to your right as well. Thank you, everyone.
Wait, Thomas. This side only? Okay. Maybe I try the new one.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
photojournalists.
Yeah. Thank you. Center, yeah. No, that looks too. Huh? Namaste.
Media, if you could please settle down, there's more to the show. Thank you, photojournalists.
One more last time. Thank you. Huh?
I think That's enough photos. More than enough photos. Back to you, Martin. Thanks, guys. If you could settle down now, the 1-minute bed take.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the EQS. And what is that sound? It has to be an AMG. There's hardly anyone among us who is not a fan of AMG. AMG stands for Supreme Automotive Performance, Exclusivity, and Driving Dynamics. The company founded by Hans-Werner Aufrecht and Erhard Melcher in 1967 has consolidated its position as an extremely successful performance brand with numerous successes in motorsport and in the development of unique road-going vehicles. Mercedes-AMG's performance is well documented by the success on the racetracks of the Formula One and the DTM circuit. The beginning for Mercedes-Benz racing was rather humble, as we started 121 years ago in the Nice Week racing contest, which was a major motorsports event back in time. No less than 2 milestones in the history of Mercedes-Benz are marked by this race 121 years ago. The era of the modern car began at the Nice Week with the victory for the Mercedes 35 HP, made by Daimler Motorengesellschaft. At the same time, the Mercedes brand name was also born. Emil Jelinek, at that time the most important dealer for Daimler Motorengesellschaft, named the high-performance car he had commissioned after his favorite daughter, Mercedes. In the years leading up to this, the motorsport enthusiast and business person had already competed in a number of races under the pseudonym Monsieur Mercedes. On 23 June 1902, the DMG, the Daimler Motorengesellschaft, had applied to register the brand name Mercedes as a trademark. And on 26 September of the same year, that brand name was registered and legally protected. 70 years after the Nice Week, in 1971, AMG turned the motor racing world upside down, introducing the 6.8-liter 300 SEL, also called the Red Pig. The 300 SEL 6.8 captures the first big AMG success over 50 years ago. It secured the second place at the 24 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps. This race put AMG on the motorsport maps overnight. From there to today, it has been a very successful journey for Mercedes-Benz and AMG. Today, Mercedes holds the record for the most consecutive construction titles in Formula One, with 8 world championships between 2014 and 2021. When we talk about AMG and performance cars, we have to remember that the brand was born on the racetrack. Competence and technology gained on the circuits are actively used to develop stylish, safe, and high-performing AMGs. In fact, as you can see on the screen, Mercedes-AMG 1 will be rolled out very soon. Backed by this rich heritage of AMG, we present to you the first ever electric AMG, the Mercedes-AMG EQS 53.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe you start here and then you go like this, yeah?
Excuse me.
Guys.
Excuse me. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first electric AMG, Mercedes-AMG EQS 53 4MATIC Plus. Driven out by Martin Schwenk, MD and CEO, Mercedes-Benz India, and Santosh Iyer, VP Sales and Marketing, Mercedes-Benz India. Could I request both of you, Martin and Santosh, to come and stand by the car in the center? To the other car. They'll take 1,000 shots otherwise. I know. No, it's not true. You're a big draw. central. I'm not entirely sure. They've cancelled it, I think. Thank you, Martin. Santosh, I request you to take us through the product.
Thank you, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks to all the media friends, please be seated. Yes. Well, good afternoon everyone from my side as well. It's a pleasure and honor to be here and present to you the all-new Mercedes-AMG EQS 53 4MATIC. The AMG EQS 53 is one of the first all-electric ambassador to a performance segment and joins the world's fastest family of AMG cars. The innovative and holistic design in this car is based on an all-new vehicle architecture. It differs from any combustion vehicle at the first glance with a very sporty and modern look. We have created a strategy for the EQS that is focused on sustainable modern luxury for a conscious and connected urban community. Let me give you a short insight on our EQS customers. Who are they? In our view, based on our research in India, they are EV pioneers and progressive leaders who want to participate in a better future with the world's most innovative electric car. It appeals to its audience. We call them hedonists or performers. It's tailor-made for these enthusiasts who are looking for a combination of innovative electric mobility in a luxurious package coupled with sportiness and agile driving dynamics. Well, let me go closer to this car and try to explain a bit more in detail. Martin already explained a lot about EQS, but the AMG is distinctive and some key highlights what differentiates this car. The EQS is made on an all-electric architecture with a purpose design. This allows designers to create a radical design, and therefore if you see the front view, it is characterized by the AMG specific vertical struts that you see, and also the chrome is fully integrated into these vertical lines. There is also an AMG lettering which makes it more distinctive, and the signature AMG A-wing design that is on contrast that you can see right in the bottom. So from a distance, a customer or anyone can clearly make out it's an AMG EQS and differentiates from the 580 that we will be introducing in the future. Moving on, the other highlight are these digital lights that you see in this front. We debuted this in our new S-Class, and now this light module is extremely powerful LEDs where the light is refracted and directed by 1.3 million micro mirrors. When the ignition is switched on, the digital light welcomes the driver with a very special light show. And it also says welcome. On the other hand, when you sign off from the car, there is also a goodbye which comes from these digital lights. Another feature which adds to the digital light is the adaptive high beam assist. Of course, this helps to automatically adjust the headlamp for the oncoming vehicle, and also one need not shift into a dipped beam when you are driving this car. Well, the heart of this car, and generally when we launch a combustion engine, we discuss about the powertrain. Here it's a bit different, but it has the AMG DNA, and I will explain to you why. At the heart of this car is a powertrain with two powerful motors. The total output is 560 kilowatt and a torque of 1020 Newton meters. It accelerates 0 to 100 in just 3.4 seconds at a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. And this car is also equipped with the most powerful 400 volt lithium-ion battery. Well, speaking of battery pack, we have kept exhibits outside, but I think here clearly this has the largest battery pack with 107.8 kilowatt hour, and the new generation batteries also have a significantly high energy density. The unique battery management system, which is signature to the AMG, is also focused on performance and range and very different from the 580s. The power of these motors is delivered to a fully variable AMG 4MATIC Plus. That's how the transmission works. And the system continuously distributes the torque between the front and the rear axles depending on certain driving conditions. It can even send 100% of the power to the rear axle, and this is music to ears for all the enthusiasts who love to do drifting with ease. So that's about the package. When you look at the performance of the car, the battery pack which is coming with it, also the way the styling is. But when you look at the styling, it also, I will just walk around to the next car on my right, which is again here, right there, to see the single board design that you can see here. It's clearly differentiated from all angles with a one-board design. It clearly stands out, as you see here. And it is also the most aerodynamic car, but there is a difference. The AMG coefficient drag of the EQS 53 AMG is 0.23. And the reason why it's a bit higher than the EQS is also because of the large alloys, the 21-inch alloys that you see right here. Also, we have given flush door handles that you see here. They pop out when you want to enter the car and again retracts when the car is driven. This again is done to ensure we have a better aerodynamic coefficient drag. These cars have 21-inch alloys, as I mentioned. The matte black wheels and the red painted calipers also are attractive and ensures that it's a distinctive AMG from a distance. The tires also in this car are developed specifically to ensure that the rolling resistance is at the least. These are special profile rubber compounds that are developed to take high torque, powerful acceleration of different forces and ensuring that it has a long life. Let me now request to turn the car a bit so that we can also see the rear design of this car. Well, the designers have stuck to the brief of sensual purity. And here, if you see the coupe-like rear that you can see right now coming up, this really reflects the design philosophy of sensual purity, as I mentioned. The flush tailgate that you see here, it's all incorporated right in the rear. Very precise gaps that you can also see, a lot of engineering which has gone here. And more importantly, quite a smart thing of placing the rear camera inside the three-pointed star. Functionally, it also protects it from dirt. So that whenever the rear camera is used, it's clean. And the highlight of the rear is also the innovatively designed 3D helix LED lamps that runs on the entire car. Well, the car also has enormous boot space. Maybe I will just try to open this one. Yes. So yeah, right there you see a huge boot space, 610 liters. You can comfortably pack a couple of golf bags easily. One can actually take a nap here. And it also has enough space for a mini spare wheel when you are planning to go for a long drive. Also, certain cables and stuff is all neatly packed inside. Maybe, I'm not sure if you can show to the audience. So it's all kept here, neatly tucked in. It's below the load floor, so it doesn't take up into the baggage space. And all the cables and necessary charging, which is required, charging cables are all put into this car. Yeah, so that's about, you can say, the design and style. I think the car speaks for itself. But there is a lot of story in the interior. And let me now go to the driver's seat of that car and try to explain to you the interior, which is again defined by the style-defining AMG features. So let me just get into the car. The moment you, is it out? The moment you sit into this car, I think the first thing that you realize is this huge screen. I think Martin explained about the Hyperscreen, but I will take this opportunity to also show you a small video clip before I show to you in live what this can do. Can we have the video, please? Yeah, I think the video did justice to in terms of what the hyperscreen can do. What I will try and do is just to show you how this works. So I start the car and instantly you see that it is able to welcome me. In the past launches, whenever I have launched a car, generally I have spoken about fingerprint recognition, biometric. I have also spoken about speech recognition, but and that's there in the S class and the C class. With the EQS, we have taken this to the next new level. And the EQS can do facial recognition. So the moment I was in the steering wheel, with the 2 cameras on the steering is able to recognize me, and it's able to directly set my profile so that I don't even need to do the next steps there. So that's one key feature. Also, when you look at this, there are 3 screens all well integrated into one behind the glasses. The driver display right on my front is a 12.3-inch OLED screen. The central display is a huge 17.7-inch screen. And of course, for the first time, we also show the front passenger display of a 12.3-inch screen right here. But the big screen also means many of us miss the feedback. And many of the media friends also say that, you know, screens in cars, we miss the knobs at times, and maybe which is better. And our engineers have even thought about it. For example, when you operate the air conditioning controls, you get an haptic feedback. And this is because we have 12 actuators which we have kept below these screens. And that gives you a tactile feedback when you use often functions like aircon, music, and many other players. So it's a very intelligent way to use a screen. At the same time, you get a reverse feedback and haptic feedback when you use some of these digital screen elements. The next thing is the zero layer concept. I think Martin touched upon it in his presentation. All I can say is on a use case basis, the most important applications that you generally use in the car, the customer can get it right on top of the screen. I'll give another example. Many a times we call a particular person, a spouse, a friend, on a particular day, or when we leave for office or when we leave for work. This car is able to track and also able to suggest you that it's time to call this person. It comes right there on the top of the screen. Of course, you have the right to either accept the suggestion or take it out. So these are practical use cases on any of the weekdays where one can use the zero layer concept, really intuitive, and make it more user friendly as such. Moving on, the Hey Mercedes also now explains how to connect the vehicle to a smartphone, for example, or you can even ask where is the first aid kit in this car. Hopefully it's not required, but you know, a quick access, and it's more intelligent than ever. This is an AMG launch, and therefore I will focus more on the AMG specific points. And the AMG customers are also data geeks. They want more data out of the car. So let me give an example. So if you go here to the AMG performance on here, one can see the energy flow. So it says that the car is ready to be driven, 86% of the energy right there. When you drive the car, it also shows which powertrain and how. The 0 degrees that you see here, when I'm turning the steering, you can already see at what degrees the front and the rear axles are both operating at. And most importantly, the engine, which is the motor now in this case, you can also see the front and the rear. You can see what power, what are the charge there. More importantly, what is the temperature on the front and the rear. So when you take this car on the track, on any of the, for really pushing this car hard, you have all the vital parameters to really drive this car and take the max out of it. So that's something for the data geeks as such. The co-passenger, I already mentioned that there is a 12.3-inch screen here. What we do is we rely on an intelligent camera-based locking logic as well. So that is, this camera detects that I as a driver, am I looking into the front passenger's area? And if that happens, it automatically dims the overall screen. So we take full precaution for the distraction, if any, to be caused by this car. And we are able to manage that. Also, if there is no front passenger, then this light, then this just gives a digital image, and it is not a distraction to the customer. The second thing we also see on a day-to-day basis is we are waiting to pick up a friend or a spouse for shopping, and we don't know how to spend time in the car. You go to the app session, and here we have games, for example, like the Tetris, the Sudoku, the Shuffle Puck, and all these games, and even more, which are available for downloads. These are multiplayer game format on the front passenger seat, and one can make the best use of this also to kill time when you are waiting for a friend or for anyone else. There is a lot. I can keep going on and on the Hyperscreen, and I can actually take rest of the day, but looking at the time constraint, I will stop here, and maybe I will focus a bit on the other elements in the interior design. Well, if I go into Yeah, if I go into the steering wheel, and I think maybe the camera person can help in showing the paddle shift in these cars. And many of you will be wondering, what does a paddle shift do in an EV as such? But let me explain briefly. This is something that is not a gear, but it is there to set the recuperation level into different modes. The driver can manually select the deacceleration in 3 stages. In this process, the high voltage battery is charged by converting the mechanical rotary motion with the electrical energy. And the driver can also adjust the level of recuperation, strong, medium, and no recuperation. A simple use case is somebody now recently, going to Pune, for example, and you saw that big traffic jam in Lonavala, and you are stuck for now 6 hours. There is an anxiety, can my battery charge up? Just use these pedals, shift into a mode, do single pedal driving. And this car, you can do 1 pedal driving. With this, you can actually recuperate energy. You don't need to go to a charging station. You can recuperate on the go, on your way, and you still gain additional kilometers with this kind of a function. Moving on to the steering wheel, it's a classical AMG wheel with Napa leather here as such. But when you look at these knobs, there are 2 knobs given, and this is clearly an AMG dynamic select driving mode. So if I now go back here, there are 5 functions. There is a slippery mode that you see, the individual mode, there is a comfort mode, sports modes, and sport plus. What's critical is you can actually adjust using the other knob also the different drive modes. Maybe I will try to show here, and you can still adjust the suspension settings, the drive settings, even the sound experience, and I will come to that in a while about the AMG sound. The last thing on the driver's seat before I move on is also active ambient lighting. For many of you, ambient lighting is a symbol of a Mercedes-Benz because this gives a very different ambience in the car, gives you a comfort feel, but here it's a bit different. What we have done with the active is use the driver assistance systems to support the active to support the ambient lighting. And a use case is I am sitting in the car, I am exiting. If there is a motorcyclist coming and approaching this car, the entire light on my right will show as red, which means I should not now open the door panel. Even while when the active brake assist is on, and if it detects a risk of collision, the lighting will turn to red. It only makes the driver a bit more aware than what it is. So this is a clear example of what technology can do. How can it be assisted for the driver so that we can ensure safety for the passengers as well as for the pedestrian or for the cyclist outside the car. Now let me go from the driver's seat and move on to the rear seat, and let's look at what it has to offer on the rear. So even in the rear seat, I think what we have given is again a Napa leather with comfortable headrest that you see here. The seats can be electrically adjusted, so there are enough buttons to use them. It's quite comfortable. I am 6 odd feet comfortably resting here. There are also climatized seats, so it offers both the heating and the ventilation functions both on these seats. So quite comfortable for the customer. And also this Mbux rear tablet, this can also be used to check on the audio, on the air conditioning. So you can also use it from rear of the car. The next big thing that we see for our customers is also the concern for their health. And here, this car now comes with a HEPA filter, and maybe it's also available in many cars today, but there is a difference. Most of the car makers install filters inside the car. However, the pollutants which are outside the car still comes in. With Energizing Air Control Plus that's there in this car, we are able to filter the air inside and also ensure that any air which comes inside is 99.65% clear of particulate matter and of all sizes that's filtered. Apart from this, we are also able to take out the sulfur dioxide, the nitrogen dioxide, and the other gases that comes in. And this also is possible because of an activated charcoal filter that's there on the AC vent. The next level of innovation, if you look at this car, is using Mercedes-Me Connect. A customer can use his mobile phone using the pre-entry climate control function. He can ensure that he activates the cleaning air inside the car. So before he gets into the car, he steps down from his house. The car is clean with fresh air, 99.65% purified air. So he gets into a better comfort zone. And it's another example how we use technology, connectivity, and the car features to seamlessly deliver better customer experience. The other thing before I exit from the rear seat is also the surround sound system. It's Burmester, 15 speakers, output of 710 watts. It's quite state of the art. And to top it all, I will talk about the AMG sound a bit later. But this, again, in the front unit, you can actually download and install Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, all on the Hyperscreen. You can give voice commands. You can play your favorite playlist. So it's as much of getting your favorite playlist into the car, and then you can use it seamlessly. Let me now exit here and then come to a different part. As I mentioned about sound, AMG and sound goes with each other quite closely. And here, many of our customers buy an AMG because of the sound. With the AMG sound experience, we are giving a new voice to our customers. An AMG typical driving sound plays from the speakers while they drive. Let me make you hear some notes. So this is just an example of the sound. This emotionally enhances the AMG driving experience. Quite signature to it. There is a lot on this car when it comes to acoustics. I won't go into the details, but I think the press note captures a lot on what we have done to increase the acoustic elements, what our sound engineers have done. So a lot on the story on acoustics on the EQS. The other feature which comes as a standard is the rear axle steering here. I think this is again a big favorite among our customers. But in AMG, the steering angle is up to 9 degrees and it enhances the ride and handling. This reduces the turning radius to a compact class level. A car as big as 5.2 meters, one won't realize when you drive this car thanks to the rear axle steering possibilities here with the EQS AMG. Safety has been an hallmark and is actually a standard in Mercedes-Benz. And this car also comes with a 5-star Euro NCAP certified. It also comes with 9 airbags and knee bag as standard on the driver's side. Also, the latest generation of driver assistance systems, including numerous ADAS features. It offers level 2 when it comes to ADAS with the attention functions working towards active safety. I also shared inside that there are 2 cameras which can actually detect whether and actually do a face recognition when I enter in the car. The other role of these cameras is also to take up attention assist functionality. So 10 years back, we were the first to introduce attention assist in cars. Now with these cameras, it can detect micro sleep. And with this micro sleep warning, these cameras can actually ensure that the driver is alerted on time to avoid any fatal incidents. Also on safety, EV, this is a big topic when it comes to EVs, anxiety, is it safe, what can happen, and we have ensured that it redefines newer safety concepts. The battery, the high voltage cables and other HV components have all been designed and protected to meet Mercedes-Benz's high safety requirements in event of an accident. Also, this car is filled with sensors. It has 350 sensors. It's exceptionally intelligent. And these 350 plus sensors, they record distances, speeds, acceleration, lighting conditions, temperatures, seat occupancy, just to name a few. So it's loaded with a lot of tech, a lot of sensors to make it perform at the highest level. Also, when it comes to customization, our customers also need color options. We have 6 paint options on the AMG. 3 of them are manufacturer colors that adds to the exclusive appeal of this car. The Nautic blue that you see on the right, which I drove out, the graphite gray, the obsidian black, the hyacinth red, diamond white, and my personal favorite here is the selenite gray Magno paint as such. Then, moving on, let's shift to another topic before I exit the overall product presentation, and which is to do with charging. Now, it's conventional cars have a range calculator that relies from the past data. The navigation and electric intelligence in this car looks into the future. The car plans the fastest and the most convenient route, including charging stops based on numerous factors like traffic jams, driving style, availability of charging stations, and the entire MBUX interface is so intuitive. You can just ask the car, hey Mercedes, will my battery charge be sufficient to travel to Nasik? Or can I come back home after going to Pune, for example? And it will be able to calculate not only the charge, but also let you know what are the options available on your way to charge this car at what kilowatt. So that's quite intelligent. This also comes with a range which is WLTP tested for 529 to 586 kilometers. I can only say that we have tested this car in India. It reflects similar kind of range even in Indian conditions. This car can be charged up to 200 kilowatt at fast charging stations with direct current and up to 22 kilowatt using an AC charger, using the onboard AC charger which I showed right there on the boot. The EQS 53 can also be charged from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes using a DC fast charger. By this time, we don't just stop. As Mercedes-Benz India, we have always been reinventing the game. We won't stop here just by giving a good car. It's also important to see how our customers in India can get the Mercedes-Benz charged quickly and conveniently. To talk a bit more about the charging infrastructure and our plans, I hand it over back to Martin. It was a pleasure presenting this fantastic piece of engineering innovation to all of you. Over to you, Martin, for the big announcement that we have been waiting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Santosh. As we expand our product portfolio, we have put forth now concrete plans to expand our charging infrastructure as well. By the end of 2022, Mercedes-Benz India will set up the largest OEM charging network in India, which will cover 80% of the country. This charging network will comprise of 140 chargers, and it will be a mix of 22 kilowatt chargers, 60 kilowatt super-fast chargers, and 180 ultra-fast DC chargers. With this ultra-fast charging network, I'm convinced that our customers can travel without any worry. Together with our franchise partners, we are investing around 15 crore to create this comprehensive charging network. This will give our customers the widest reach of our OEM-backed charging network in India till date. With this charging network, we hope our customers will have complete confidence that their car will never run out of charge. Traveling to popular destinations across the country will be completely free of range anxiety, with strategic charging pit stops in between. If you are traveling, for example, Mumbai to Goa, you can stop early at Navi Mumbai, Pune or Kolhapur. Similarly, traveling from Delhi to Shimla gives you an opportunity to stop at Karnal or Chandigarh. The same is true, for example, for travel from Chennai to Kochi. We have mapped all major travel routes across India to provide worry-free recharge. Our customers can take a quick coffee break at the Mercedes Cafe or shop from our collections in the store, as and in parallel to their car recharges. With the convenience offered to the customers, we are confident the short waiting time during charging will become even more enjoyable. Even at odd hours, the customers will enjoy the hospitality and convenience offered by our franchise partners. Our ultra-fast charging network will be made exclusively available to Mercedes-Benz customers round the clock. Customers can charge their vehicles free of cost for the first year. The car itself comes with an industry-first service interval of 2 years or 30 kilometers. And, also an industry first, we provide 10 years of warranty on the battery. Finally, we are here at the important slide. The Mercedes EQS 53 4MATIC Plus is priced at 2.45 crore. Services and finance packages are available as always. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the launch. But we will meet all again soon. I'm delighted to announce that the Made in India EQS will roll out from our Chakan plant next month. We are right now ramping up the production. You will see glimpses of it in our social handles soon, and we look forward to seeing all of you once again at that launch in Pune. Thank you very much, and back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, with that we come to the end of this event. I invite all photojournalists to come to the stage and see the EQS showcase. This will be followed by lunch. There are media engagements planned for all of you, and our PR colleagues will be in touch with you for the same. Thank you once again.